Dr. Suresh Surana joins us now to answer your questions on tax. Suresh, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Imon has written in. Now, he's currently doing his PhD, but he was working for an American-based MNC earlier who had given him shares as part of employee stock options at $4 each. Now, he tells us he's already paid fringe benefit tax on the vesting of those shares. Now he wants to sell them, and the price is $15 each. Is he going to have to pay capital gains tax, considering he's a student, doesn't fall under any of the tax slabs right now? Suresh.
Yes, Mondal, the fair market value of the shares which was taken for the purpose of calculation of the FBT will be treated as your cost of acquisition. So in your case, $10 per share, which was the fair market value as on the date of the vesting of the option and on which you paid the FBT, will be treated as a cost. There is a specific provision under section 49(2)AB of the Income Tax Act to that effect. On the remaining $5 per share, you will be liable to pay capital gains tax. The rate is 20.6% as a long-term capital gain. In case your other income is less than the basic exemption limit of rupees 2 lakhs, then to the extent of that shortfall, you don't have to pay this 20.6%. On the balance amount, you will be required to pay this capital gains tax. You can also claim the benefit of cost inflation index adjustment on your cost of $10 per share.
Our next question comes in from Ram Kishan, who wants to know, when he's paying tax online and he's not a businessman, should he choose the advanced tax option or the self-assessment tax option? Suresh.
Well, Ramkishan, the simple rule is that any tax for a particular financial year which you pay within that financial year is treated as advance tax. And the tax which you pay after the end of the financial year is treated as self-assessment tax. So, for example, for financial year 1st April 2011 to 31st March 2012, whatever tax you paid within that financial year will be treated as advance tax. Any tax which you pay for financial year 11-12 after 1st April 2012 will be treated as self-assessment tax. Now, in the case of the senior citizens, there is no need to pay the advance tax if you do not have business income. However, if you choose to pay the tax by way of advance tax within the same financial year, then it will go under the option of advance tax.
One quick last question from Shahid Hassan, who's been investing in the Reliance Gold Fund. Now, this is a fund of funds. It's a feeder fund. He wants to know, if he withdraws his money after 3 years, how much tax will he have to pay? Suresh.
Yeah, Shahid, as you've been holding the units for more than 1 year, the capital gain arising from the same will be treated as long-term capital gains. In case of long-term capital gains from securities like the gold fund, you have option to either pay tax at a flat rate of 10.3%, or you can deduct the index cost of acquisition, that is the cost which is adjusted for inflation, and then on the differential amount you pay tax at the rate of 20.6%. So in short, whichever is the lower figure, the flat rate of tax of 10.3% or the rate of 20.6% after indexing the cost of acquisition, you can choose out of the two.
Alright, that's a wrap on this show. Suresh, thank you so much for joining us on Investors Guide this week. Remember, you can always send in a question. Email ID is at the bottom of your screen, and you can reach our team through our Facebook page.